This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. You can find all my work at mjmunoz.com. Welcome to Red Panda Report number 24. This time I'm talking about The World Next Door. It originally aired June 2nd, 2007, written and directed by Greg Taylor, who also voices Red Panda, and wrote the copy for this, which I'm about to read to you. A symposium in the city has the world's greatest scientific minds together under one roof. A fine opportunity to advance mankind's knowledge, and perhaps a target too tempting to resist. But with the masked mystery man, the Red Panda, the fearless fighting female, the flying squirrel, and their army of agents on the case, the conference is safe from any threat in the world. But what about the world next door? So, those always make me smile because they're always so good. I absolutely love it. So, good job for Taylor doing it like that. So, anyway, this episode features something interesting and probably, well, it features Baboon McSmoothie. Who is Baboon McSmoothie and what is he doing in Red Panda? This, more serious radio drama, throwback to noir stuff. Why is it silly and goofy? Well, if you've been listening to Red Panda Report all along, or if you've checked out stuff from before, I did talk about The Shadow, including The Shadow movie, but I also talked about the first, I think it's 6 episodes of Red Panda, which are from another universe. It's Red Panda from another universe, and it's a silly universe, because that's what Greg Taylor decided to do at first, and it's kind of funny that he decided to do that, but, that's what he did. I don't quite remember all the secrets behind the origins of the Red Panda, but they're there. Let me see. I'm looking back at my episodes to see where those silly episodes are, and I actually don't see them for some reason. Hold on, let me double check to see. Okay. For some reason, I either didn't cover them or I covered them all at once. I do remember listening to them. Maybe I just have them logged differently or something like that. So sorry about that. To to kind of tease you with some information that I don't have at hand, but I'll go ahead and move on past that, and we'll just get back right into it. Yeah, because looking back at it, I don't see it here, so that's okay. Anyway, but it's a silly universe. He flirts with a doctor. It's Greg Taylor. It's still the Red Panda, but there's silly lab sound effects. Dr. Chronopoulos is not there as a hero. Apparently, we learn in this episode that he's a villain in that world, or it's either this world or it's a world very closely associated to that original Red Panda universe. Excuse me. I believe it was only 6 episodes long. But, like, he fought Dynamite Dame and Judas Goat, and the doctor that he worked with was I think she was the creator of Manly Night 3000 or something like that, which was a drink he would take, and it would make him like stronger, faster, have better endurance, and he would use that for their dates. I mean, he would use it to fight crime, and it was a Red Panda Panda Division secret, which we learn about here. And there was no Kit Baxter. He was in World War II. At the time, he teamed up with Great Dane, who said things like "Herg," and was able to lift a tank and things like that. Anyway, it's a really funny universe. But I guess it's not sustainable. Baboon McSweeney, sorry, there's a spoiler right there. Baboon McSmoothie is from that original universe, and he features in this episode. He comes over here to stop Von Schlicks from doing whatever by stealing this prototype, and hopefully they end up winning. I don't know. The Red Panda universe, the silly one, it got serious at like episode 4 or 5, or was it just 5 and 6? I don't know, but there was like anyway, there was an interesting turn, and Friedrich von Schlick was there, and I think that episode even teased him becoming something more than he. Is that right? I'm kind of getting it confused because I've listened to that and I thought about how that could connect to this, because in the future, spoilers, these stories will kind of get more intertwined, and things that happen in the original Silly Red Panda universe happen in a different way in this more serious, main universe for Red Panda, and it's interesting. So I had a lot of fun. I think I don't know who the gentleman. I got interrupted by a call there. I was saying I don't know who does the voice of Baboon McSmoothie, but I really, really love the voice. I don't know if he's actually Australian or not, but that's the story. He's Australian in the story. So maybe there are Australians up or Aussies up in Canada. Anyway, so anyway, I'm not sure what else to say. It was, this was a fun episode. I like the little bits of time that we got with the Red Panda's agents. The secret that there was this Kent Baxter and he was killed by a group of villains. and that might happen to Kit as well, because not only is McSmoothie from the future, or from another dimension, but he's also from the future in another dimension, and that's super curious, and like I wonder how that works. So it's kind of fun if you've listened to those original 6 episodes to, as you continue listening to Red Panda Adventures, to listen for things that are parallels, voices reappearing as different characters, or characters who are, you know, different from their counterpart in the other world, and also to see like when those events happen, when they pop up, and how they're the same and how they're different. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun that I've had with it, and it was cool that Taylor put in the extra effort to make that happen. And I'll point them out when they happen in the future, because I can think of like 4 or 5 different things that are definitely there. Mm-hmm. 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 There's 4 for sure. Yeah, 4 for sure. So we'll see how those play out. I'll point them out in the future. But yeah, it was just like a fun episode. It was simple. Like there wasn't a big crime or big caper to be solved. It was more about, you know, what's this mystery with this guy, and you know, what is Red Panda willing to compromise his morals for, I guess you could say. And it's for Kit. That's it. The risk of her dying is too much for him, and he'll even let somebody steal something. He'll help in a theft if it's going to save her life, which I think, I don't know, that's something to think about. What do you think about that? Is that heroic? Is that not heroic? I'd love to hear your input on that. Ignore that von Schlitz is a Nazi and he's going to be a real bad guy later on. And I love that Red Panda says, you know, von Schlitz is an innocent man. And Baboon McSmoothie says, remember where you were when you said that. That's a really cool line. And that line actually gets brought up in the future in a totally different context, but it's definitely calling back to this in its own way, I would say. Just, you know, as a quote, it calls back to it, and that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, I don't have much else to say other than keep looking forward to weekly releases of Red Panda Report. I'm getting into a groove, and not only am I making Red Panda Report, but I'm doing pretty much daily episodes, talking about the chapter by chapter, the book Peter Pan right now by J.M. Barrie. It's a book from 1904, and it's still great. There's some weird things in it, but there's a lot of cool stuff in it, and it's something that I'll continue to talk about until I'm done talking about it. I'll cap that off by talking about it on Fortress Fiction as a episode reviewing the whole book and talking about the whole book and what it means and what my full thoughts are on it. And I'll continue to talk about other classic and modern middle grade novels and say what I like them, you know, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, if I think they're good for all children to read, or if there's problems with them or anything like that. And basically, I'm building up a list of really good books and not so great books that you should, you know, set aside and instead offer kids these wonderful books that are great for them, and adults too. Anyway, I'm doing that. I'm also working on my own project. I think today is the day I'm actually going to hire an editor for my middle grade book, which is about magical bugs battling monsters, and I look forward to getting that released. And I'm doing a bunch of other stuff. I'm talking about Japanese superhero stuff over on Fortress Fiction, which you can find linked at mjmunoz.com, which is where you can find Red Panda Report as well. Everything points back to my website, and then there's a couple different places I release stuff, as well as the social media you can check out for me, as well as all be linked in the show notes. So until next time, folks, take care, be well, and hold high the lamp of justice. I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe to keep up with me. Like and share to help me reach more people like you. And go to mjmunoz.com to find your next favorite thing. And don't forget to let your voice be heard. Stories are always better when you're part of the conversation. Until next time, be well. This is MJ signing out. This has been a Story Over Everything production.